the Indiana Fever are that golden destination, and I can't help but laugh to the fans and the people online and the media commentators, unfortunately, who said that nobody wanted to play in Indiana. That doesn't make any sense.
Remember when Sheryl Swoopes had a lot to say about the Indiana Fever? Well, DeWanna Bonner just broke her 6-month Twitter silence, and she didn't return with a casual, "Hey, I'm back" post. She came back with a statement that sent shockwaves through the WNBA. Not only is she officially signing with the Fever, but she's also shutting down one of the most ridiculous narratives floating around, the idea that Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever fans are somehow toxic. That myth? Consider it destroyed.
So joining a team that's just impressive. I think everybody's seen the second half of their season, and it was an unbelievable season, and I just felt like they had a dynamic core, and I just wanted to be another puzzle piece into what they had, and hopefully I can give my knowledge, my leadership, and give it to, these young players, so when I retire, they can, pass it.
You might be thinking, wait, isn't this the team no one supposedly wants to play for? The one players are avoiding. Well, Bonner isn't buying into that nonsense. She saw the baseless takes from Sheryl Swoopes, the never-ending social media debates, and all the tired narratives since Clark entered the league. Instead of letting it slide, Bonner decided it was time to shut it all down and set the record straight.
They do, peeps. Sheryl Swoopes is been missing. Sheryl Swoopes is MIA. They got a APB out for Sheryl Swoopes. If you see Sheryl Swoopes, she did a lot of talking a few months ago about the Indiana Fever, the locker room environment, how people didn't want to play there, how people wanted to leave.
The moment DeWanna Bonner put on an Indiana Fever jersey, she sent shockwaves through the WNBA. And it's not hard to see why. She isn't just here to play, she's here to lead, with one mission in mind.
The Fever are building a real championship contender, and in the middle of all the excitement around Bonner signing, one name keeps coming up: Caitlin Clark. Every time Bonner talks about her new team, you can see the excitement in her eyes when she mentions the rookie sensation who has already taken the league by storm.
A smart player. You already see what she's done in her rookie season, and I think she gets the ball to people in the right positions to help them be successful, so that's huge, and I'm hoping that I can give her a little bit more leadership and knowledge for her to understand this league a little bit better, and like I said, when playoffs hit, she'll...
So why did this interview make such an impact? Simple WNBA veterans don't usually hand out this kind of praise to rookies. Young players are expected to prove themselves, earn respect, and maybe, just maybe, get a shout-out from a legend. But Bonner? She couldn't stop raving about Clark's court vision, her ability to change the game, and how thrilled she is to share the floor with her. That speaks volumes. Bonner has played with legends, battled against Hall of Famers, and won championships, so when she says a player is special, you know she means it.
Sure, there were plenty of teams going for your services, DeWanna, so why was this the right opportunity for you?
I just feel like it was the location for one. My kids are literally right up the road, and I've spent a lot of time away from them, so that and the core that they have here now is just kind of want to fit in, be another piece to the puzzle, and hopefully bring the energy dynamic and take us to a different level in the play.
Decision to join the Fever wasn't just about basketball. Moving closer to her kids was a big factor, and that's completely understandable. But let's not act like that's the only reason. When Bonner looked at Indiana's young core: Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexi Hull, she saw more than just talent. She saw hunger, grit, and a team ready to break through. Their fight during last season's playoff push stood out to her, and she knew she wanted to be part of that journey.
I think we're a hungry group, so I'm just excited to get out there with everybody and get the final roster, because I'm pretty sure there's more things in the works than free agents, so I'm just kind of sit back and waiting, but I can't wait for April 27th is training camp. I got to mark down and get out here with everyone and set our goals. And
when a player of Bonner's caliber sees potential in a team and actively chooses to join them, it's not a decision made lightly. It's a calculated move because she sees something real.
She's been in the trenches, survived elimination battles, and lifted trophies.
The real question isn't if she'll make an impact, it's how big that impact will be.
A smart player. You already see what she's done in her rookie season, and I think she gets the ball to people in the right positions to help them be successful, so that's huge, and I'm hoping that I can give her a little bit more leadership and knowledge for her to understand this league a little bit better, and like I said, when playoffs hit, she'll be ready.
And Bonner isn't here just to be another veteran presence. She's here to change the culture. She's already talking about bringing a championship mindset to Indiana, raising expectations, and pushing her teammates to levels they haven't reached before.
Picture this: Bonner steps onto the court with this young, hungry Fever squad. Aaliyah Boston dominating the paint. Caitlin Clark running the show. Kelsey Mitchell lighting up the scoreboard. Bonner's presence takes them to another level.
First game in Indiana, we got to get.
What's truly impressive is how much Bonner is investing in her new teammates. She's not just showing up and going through the motions, she's studying game film, talking strategy, and figuring out how to elevate Clark, Boston, and Mitchell to their highest potential. She sees the Fever as a puzzle that's nearly complete, and she just might be the final piece that makes them unstoppable.
Her versatility allows her to defend, score, and be the veteran leader guiding them through the highs and lows of a WNBA season. This isn't just about adding another talented player. It's about shifting the entire identity of the team.
What excites you the most about this team that you're going to be joining?
I mean, they have dynamic pieces in CC and Kelsey Mitchell and AB, Lexi Hall. I mean, they have a great core, so why not just add to that and try to take us to the next level in the playoffs. They were in first round, and I played against them in the first round, and the way they came back the second game, it just makes you excited to, okay, I want to be a part of that. They didn't lay down and quit. They came back and actually try to beat us really, that.
If anyone knows what it takes to win in the postseason, it's DeWanna Bonner. She holds the WNBA record for the most playoff minutes and games played.
Like I said, hopefully I can make her job a little easier and she can make mine a little easier. But I think she's a great person, and we, been kind of connecting here. We had a great workout this morning, and it was fun. She's a fun kid.
Let's talk about DeWanna Bonner's chemistry with Caitlin Clark.
Has played alongside some of the greatest guards in WNBA history.
Bonner sees something special in Clark, and it's not just her deep shooting range or ability to set up teammates. It's her relentless competitive drive. Clark plays every game like she has something to prove, and Bonner respects that. She's already thinking about ways to help Clark take her game to the next level, and considering Clark is already smashing records left and right, that should send chills down the spine of every team in the league.
Kind of went on this crazy run, and they were the most well-gelled team at that time. They went from the bottom straight, and they just kept trending. And it was like one of those teams you're like, man, you don't want to really see them in the playoffs. So we got the matchup, and I think our experience helped us very well. But that second game, they came out, and it was like, they just kind of went on this trajectory that was just like on the rise, and it was literally Fever on the rise during the right after All-Star. So that's exciting. That's exciting for me to see, and that kind of
Last season, we saw glimpses of what the Fever could become. Their late season push showed promise, but with Bonner in the mix, the stakes have changed. This isn't just about growth anymore, it's about winning.
Bonner understands what it takes to build a championship team, and she's bringing that knowledge to Indiana's young, hungry roster.
That experience to a young, maturing team, what can you provide?
I'm hoping that I can provide a little bit of leadership, but I feel like they're a team that last year helped them a lot and understand the dynamics of playoffs. It's a whole different ball game when playoffs come, and I feel like they're a young team, but they're a good team, and hopefully I can just provide the knowledge and explain playoffs to them a little bit better so we can be better prepared and don't get punched in the face the first game. And it's hard to come back when you do that the first game. It's hard to come back and try to win 2 straight against a veteran team. So I think that...
Think back to last year's intense playoff push. The Fever showed grit, resilience, and flashes of brilliance. But what they lacked was experience, someone who's been through deep playoff runs, knows how to handle high-pressure moments, and can lead a team when it matters most. That's exactly what Bonner brings. She's not just excited to team up with Clark, she's determined to help her get even better. Clark may have taken the league by storm as a rookie, but in Bonner's eyes, she's only scratched the surface of what she can do.
How important was familiarity and those relationships as you're making this decision?
It's huge for me because I do have 2 kids, and I want to be comfortable, and I want to make sure that I'm going to be taken care of, on and off the court. So Steph just made it easy. I don't have to learn a whole new system in year 15. So that's huge. And I feel like they just put me in great positions on the court that makes me successful and took my game to a different level.
And it's not just Clark who will benefit. Aaliyah Boston, Indiana's rising star in the paint, is about to take her game to another level with Bonner mentoring her. Boston is already on track to become a dominant force in the WNBA, and having an experienced veteran in her corner will only speed up that process. And let's not forget Kelsey Mitchell, one of the most underrated scorers in the league. With Clark drawing defenders and Bonner creating space, Mitchell could be heading for the best season of her career.
Excited for them. I'm excited for this franchise. I think they deserve it. It's kind of crazy how you see how it happened in a year. You went from just a little fans in the stands to a sold out arena everywhere. Even on the road, it's crazy. I was telling Kelly, like in the playoffs, it almost felt like it was you guys' home game in Connecticut because there was so many fans that came out. So now just credit to them, credit to this organization, credit to this team, and I'm excited to see what the future.
So what does all of this mean for Indiana? It's simple, they're not just here to make noise. They're here to shake up the league. Bonner isn't just another veteran addition, she's a culture changer. She's played at the highest level, she's won championships, and now she's bringing that pedigree to a young team that's ready to take the next step. Her leadership, experience, and belief in her teammates could be the missing piece that turns the Fever into real contenders.
Pretty cool to see. I'm just happy that I can still be a part of it. I'm happy that I'm still wanted, in different organizations and have the free agency that I had. And I'm coming to probably one of the best fan bases in the world right now. So I'm pretty honored to.
This season isn't just another stepping stone for Indiana, it's a statement. With Bonner leading the charge alongside Clark, Boston, and Mitchell, the message is clear. The Fever are no longer a rebuilding team. They're a legitimate threat.
One of the most fiery competitors in the league, Caitlin Clark, is already establishing herself as one of those. You two had a moment in the playoffs, but I know you feel like that moment actually shows how well you guys can fit together too, right?
I think it's just two competitors going at it. It's the playoffs, so you're trying to get any way to win that game to get to the next.
And remember that heated battle between Clark and Bonner during last year's playoffs? For Bonner, that showdown wasn't just another game, it was a defining moment. Two relentless competitors pushing each other to the limit. We were both going all out, refusing to back down, Bonner recalled. But now? Instead of facing off against Clark, she gets to team up with her, and that shift has Bonner fired up for what's ahead.
You even need to hear it. You can just watch her game. I mean, everybody sees it. She's just a dynamic player, man. She's one of those ones that come in and can make an instant impact as you.
Bonner's arrival in Indiana isn't just about adding another scoring option, it's about leadership. She's stepping in as a mentor, helping Caitlin Clark navigate the roller coaster of professional basketball. Think of it like fine-tuning a high-performance sports car. Clark already has the speed and power, but under Bonner's guidance, she could become even more efficient, more dangerous, and ultimately, an unstoppable force in the league. With years of postseason experience, Bonner knows exactly what it takes to win in the biggest moments. She's battled through deep playoff runs, faced elite defenders, and come out on top. That's why her belief in Clark carries so much weight. She's not just hyping up a young star, she's seen firsthand what Clark can do, and she's convinced that we've only seen the beginning.